The role of a special education teacher when it comes to a student's learning is being able to plan differentiated lessons which improve the curriculum to meet a student's learning goals. This allows for overall support to a student who needs it. As an educator, I am expected to uphold professional expectations and ethics when it comes to my students. This can be shown through my mannerisms, conversations, and expectations not only with my students, but with other professional colleagues as well. It is my job to continually involve myself in professional development and reflection so that I am collaboratively working with others within my profession. As my current role as a general education teacher working in a Title I school, I find that I am following most of the same expectations as a special education teacher would. With such learning gaps within my classroom, I am continually differentiating the New York State curriculum to reach my students while still teaching the required objectives. I feel that I am able to carry this expectation out fluidly based on student data and progress monitoring, differentiated small groups, and overall understanding of my students' needs. The hours I have had during my professional learning collaboration block each morning has allowed me to work with coworkers of all types in figuring out what best helps my students. When I think about teaching and some dispositions I currently possess that have made me a successful classroom teacher, I think first of high expectations and fairness. I pride myself on strong relationships that I have built with my students that carry on throughout their elementary career. I feel like modeling how to get to know, understand, and care about a student allows for my students to do the same for myself and their peers. This creates a strong learning environment where I am able to hold high expectations in their learning and respect for our school community. One disposition that I think I can become stronger in is advocating for all of my students. I know I need to build my ability to advocate for students when there is pushback or multiple obstacles in the way from higher authority. I tend to back down a bit when pushback comes from certain authority, but I need to remind myself that I am doing what is best for my students and their needs. When this does happen, I need to reflect upon the situation and think of different situations that I can bring to the table. I feel like this will not only help me grow as an educator, but also help my students get the tools they need to be a successful learner. Personal biases can affect a teacher's relationship with their students and families. Sometimes teachers do not examine biases and they naturally place students in a category which can hinder a student's learning. One bias that sticks out to me personally is the expectation we have for our students. A teacher sometimes places a student into a certain box, which doesn't allow a student to make the gains at their own pace because the teacher does not create high expectations and learning goals for them. It is our job as educators to reflect daily on our teaching, student relationships, and biases to create the best learning environment and outcomes for all of our students.